Hey everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
Something we didn't discuss on the cutting room floor is the world's #1 divorce lawyer has revealed the most shocking prenup deal he's ever seen and has left people horrified. Discuss.
Do you have a prenup?
No, not at all.
No one we knew ever had prenups.
Yeah.
Now, if you remarried, would you get a prenup? Because I think they're really, it used to be the stuff of Hollywood, but I think now a lot of normal couples have prenups.
Well, my wife always says what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine.
Right.
Yeah, so I think I've already got a prenup as it is.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I've never really thought about that. Did you think about that?
No, we didn't have a prenup. We've been married 34 years.
Yeah.
Harley sort of does all the accounting-y stuff, so he could be planning he could have a Swiss bank account for all I know.
Yeah, that's why he's always got expensive cars and flashy women hanging around him.
That's right. And he said, I'm just into the Toblerones, that's all, the Swiss stuff.
He loves those Toblerones.
I'll tell you about this, though. The New York-based lawyer, his name is James Sexton, and he's done thousands of divorces and helped litigate and finalise these divorces. He's seen some pretty bad breakups, but he said this one was quite disturbing. This is a quote. The most shocking prenup I've ever seen had a provision that said that for every 4.5 kilograms the wife gained in the marriage, she'd lose $15,000 in alimony. The husband was very concerned that she was going to become less attractive and he was going to become more wealthy. So his solution to this was to put this in the prenup. The prenup also sees the wife earn $105,000 if she maintains her weight from the date of marriage. Even though it's outrageous, it was upheld in court.
Wow.
So it's been upheld by the law, even though other people have thought it was gross and thought it was horrific.
So the wife was compliant in this, are we presuming?
Well, she must have been. She has signed this.
Yeah, right.
Because for most of us, you'd go, well, you're a bastard, I'm out. She obviously knows he's a bastard and she's going along with it. Maybe it's her incentive to slay slim. It's interesting, if you sign up for Jenny Craig or as an ambassador, those sorts of things, you have to be weighed and it's a contract. You have to keep a certain weight. If you're a Hollywood actor and you have to look a certain way, there are in your contract that you have to have a certain kind of appearance. So these aren't unusual, but in a prenup, it seems worse when a man is saying to a woman, I don't want you to pack it on.
Yeah. And if you marry someone that's quite slight and slim and healthy, and then they just go and pack it on, and then
Do you have a right to be cranky? Do you have a right to withhold money?
Yeah.
Obviously he does. Would you be cranky? Would you say anything to Helen if she did? She hasn't, by the way, but would you?
No, I wouldn't say anything. She did say something to me, though, which is curious. When we were younger, I put on a bit of weight. She said, oh, geez, you've put on weight. And I lost the weight because of what she said.
Did it hurt you? Or
Well,
you took it as practical information?
I'm a man, I'm practical and pragmatic. So someone says you put on weight, you go, yeah, rightio.
Sure, but if she said you're losing your hair, you're going bald, you wouldn't be so practical. We all have different
I'm not losing
sensitivities.
my hair.
We have different sensitivities. The
Sure.
weight you can change.
Yeah.
You may have thought, don't bring up my bald patch. You don't have a bald patch, but obviously I've hit a sensitivity.
Well, I just, you've said this twice.
No, meaning you always say, I'm a guy, I don't care.
Yeah.
But there'd be parts of it you
Well,
do
I'm not
care
going to start
about.
coming to work. There's nothing I can do about losing my hair. Like I go and...
No, but if Helen said to you, I don't like that you're losing your hair, you'd be hurt.
I think she says she wishes that I run a rinse through it so it'd be a bit darker. But I don't want to look like one of those guys because it just goes orange.
Yeah.
And you got orange hair.
Like Paul McCartney did for a number of years.
Yeah, Paul McCartney.
Or you dye it too dark and just from the actual, which women like for themselves, but you don't want it in a man where it suddenly starts at the very top of the hair and just black.
Yeah. You got the plimsoll line there.
Yeah.
But then you look at Pierce Brosnan.
What about him?
Well, here's Miss O. She's packed it on. Like, he's happy.
He you know what I admire is she's never given in to that kind of criticism. A lot of people on social media say all those things that you've just said. Is Miss O's packed it on? She loves herself. She loves him, and he loves her. And she hasn't got a Zempic face. We're going to live in a world where there'll be no one who is overweight thanks to Ozempic, or particularly in Hollywood circles. I think amazingly that she's so free and it makes her so attractive.
But I was reading about Ozempic the other day that it's actually got heart benefits as well.
Yeah, but listen to this actually. I saw Johan Hari talking about Ozempic and he said that airlines are using less fuel, restaurants are closing down. There's all these big implications of Ozempic that's actually hitting our society already. Amazing,
Already?
isn't it? I'll play you this. You ready?
Yes. There we go.
Talk amongst yourself while I find it. Look at the cute puppies. They're cute, aren't they?
In your own time, cancel.
Here it is.
Have gone down.
Krispy Kreme donuts.
CEO Mark Schneider making a lot of worrying noises about ice cream. Jefferies Financial just did a big report for the US airlines saying they're going to have to spend a lot less money on jet fuel pretty soon because it takes a lot less jet fuel to fly a much thinner population. There's a company that makes hinges for knee and hip replacements. Their stocks have tanked because the main driver of knee and hip replacements is obesity, and there's going to be a lot fewer obese people. Jewelers have had a huge run because people's fingers are shrinking so much on Ozempic. People have had to have their wedding rings refitted.
Wow.
10 years from now, these drugs will almost certainly be a daily pill that costs about $1 a day. My anticipation is if we don't discover some horrific side effect, and we might well, I would anticipate half the population of the United States will be taking these drugs, and it will have incalculably huge consequences for the way we all live.
Wow.
Well, hang on. That's not wow. He's just making that up.
No, this is Johann Hari.
Yeah, I know.
It's research-based.
Yeah.
This is a big thing. But it also talks then about...
I can't imagine that the airline industry would already be seeing a difference because people are taking Ozempic.
I think they might, because every small kilogram makes a difference. But it does mean, are we moving into a world where this big body positivity movement is no more? We loved that we could accept all shapes and sizes, and now we're going, you've got no excuse to be like that anymore.
Yeah. Lizzo, you won't be able to get on the Cessna. You won't even recognise her anymore.
What about Pierce Brosnan's Misso?
Well, she doesn't care. She doesn't need to take Ozempic, and good on her.
Oh, how patronising.
Good on
After just
her.
saying she's packed on the condish,
I just
and
said
now
she-
you're saying she doesn't need to. Good on her.
I didn't say it looks like she swallowed a sheep or anything.
I think you may have.
Well,
How did this conversation start? I can't even remember.
that's why it's on the cutting room floor. That was me wrapping it up.
Good.
Okay, kids, that's it for today. That was Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Come back tomorrow for some more.